Hello, world. And goodbye. And goodbye, because I think this might be my last video on this channel. I might do one about AJ when he finally publishes his videos, which he hasn't done yet, so there we go. I've thought a million words today, and I'm struggling not to just go crazy. I have to suffer fools, you know. This is one of the things, you know, would you rather be a fool or have to suffer them? Well, I'd rather have to suffer them than be one, but I'd probably rather neither. I don't know. Right, you shut up. Like I said, I've thought a million words today. And now that I'm actually here making the videos, yeah, I've done it early. I couldn't wait till 6 o'clock. I had to start early. Just because it's just on my mind. I just need to do it. Oh, that's an addiction, mate. Whoa, you can't talk about addictions. You're addicted to your studio and doing all that stuff. Right, I'm going to have a coffee. Even though coffee doesn't help settle you down, I don't really want to be settled down. So yeah, so what I'm saying is, I used to make a video once a month, and you know, not quite often that was it. And lately I've been doing loads more. Partly because I've had stuff coming to me, more stuff going on. And partly these lives, I suppose, has stepped it up. I don't know why I was, but maybe I was hopeful about the live, and now I'm feeling the disappointment that it hasn't changed a thing. And I still have to suffer fools. There's a lot of things ticking me off at the moment. You know, I've got a couple of mates who are well into the flat earth, but when I tried to talk to them about AJ Miller, they weren't having it at all. And now they're fucking firing stuff at me like, oh, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Oh, look, see the blue sky through the moon. I mean, this is the sort of stuff I'm on about. Not just that, YouTubers as well, other YouTubers, you know, everyone's just selfish now. You know, this monetization, just, you know, anyone's thinking, right, I can make a few bucks out of this. I can just take pictures of the Antarctic from far away and say that there's evil aliens underneath the surface, and you get views for it. And someone else talking about fallen angels, and you get views for it. Talk about the truth. Nobody wants to know. Because they can't handle the truth. That's basically the reality. I wish I could just cut that off. I didn't know to do that. The shadows of your eyes imprinted in my eyes, your air in my nostrils as I drift off to sleep, a warm glow from knowing our hearts are intertwined, but You're the one thing that stops me from doubting anymore the way you move. See, now I'm thinking, you know, like, if you're going to do a long video, make the beginning bit enticing, it keeps the people there, and it just distracts. What did I write yesterday? Where are all the truth seekers? Do you know what I mean? This is what I mean. The YouTube of today is not what it was of yesterday. It has changed. The monetization aspect has just changed it. Most people want entertainment, fair enough. And I guess if you're a truth seeker, you can just watch documentaries and stuff. Yesterday I watched all about the native Indians, their history. Very interesting. But the unknown truths. The truths that which people don't know yet. And how can you seek that? Well, that's very difficult, isn't it? You have to make your own truth. You have to live in your own truth. And that takes time and patience. People aren't ready for the truths I've been coming up with the last few months. I mean, some people might be, as we're all kind of learning things in a different order anyway, but the stuff about your universe, you know, and the black hole is a portal to a universe, a newer universe. I mean, people just, I don't think they can get that. Because when I felt that, when I felt the truth of that, that was big. It was big. And I've already had a lot of heartfelt truths, and without having had them, you know, that's quite a truth to handle. Right, so just to let you know from the outset, I'm just going to leave this on until my battery runs out. I doubt it will be entertaining. But sometimes you never can tell. And that's not my aim, isn't it? My aim is not to be entertaining. I mean, I think, you know, the best thing I could hope for is that, I don't even know. See, think my YouTube channel, I made quite a lot of effort not to repeat myself. And doing these live videos just doesn't help whatsoever. So, you know, they're going to go in a different bracket. And I just think I'm going to stop. Maybe make a new channel. Maybe not. I just don't know. I'm in a funny mood. The work I was doing today, boring and mundane, and I stopped early because I just thought, in a minute, I'm just going to do something which will ruin what I've done. I was getting impatient. I'm being very impatient. I really am. I'm an impatient man, and I'm running out of tolerance. I can't take it anymore. But that's the thing, I guess that's what's pissing me off as well. It's like, people just want to be entertained, but they don't want to be honest either. You know, even me, I'm like, being, you know, trying to be nice to everyone and just, you know, when to be, you know, and then afterwards I think, motherfucker, I want to call you out, you motherfucker. Shit, that's going to be strong. That's going to be a strong one, man. La 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 la. Breeze in my soul as I drift off to sleep. A warm glow from knowing our hearts are intertwined. But the one thing that stops me from doubting anymore, the way you move. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, the other thing that's different about today is I usually have my son on the weekends and take him back sort of Sunday afternoon, evening. Whereas now we're going to do it so I take him to school Monday. I mean, he goes to school in Woodford House. Probably why we haven't done it before. And I like it, it's better. But I suppose usually I get this time afterwards just to go. And I haven't really done that. I haven't really had that today, so... You know, hindsight is a beautiful thing, isn't it? If we could always do things with hindsight. But we can't. And that is good. Otherwise, we would be bloody boring. And no one would ever do anything. Let's just go along with the flow. I mean, if there's someone I'm finding myself disliking, it does happen, of course. I actually have to, in order to like them, I have to imagine them as when they were a kid. I can't like them the way they are. It's the egos, the facades, people's facades. And they're so used to it, they're so ingrained in them. And then what they do, I've noticed they play the facade even stronger. They're like, you know, who are you trying to kid? You know? Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, just weird. But where are the truth seekers? Where are the people who just want to know the truth, no matter what? No matter what. What is God's plan? I mean, why today? I've had just thoughts. I'm going to say this, I want to say this, I want to say this. Well, I'm not really saying in my mind I want to say this. I'm just thinking in my head what I would say. I'm sure we all do that. So, you know, all day I was just thinking in my head what, you know, stuff I'm going to say, stuff I want to say. And then I get here and it freezes. That's why I don't like... The live has put me off. I think the live has put me off. I dabbled. It was an interesting learning experience. It was nice to sort of connect with people and show that it's possible. And also made me realise, well, yeah, I did connect with people before anyway. You know, every time there was a reply to a comment or a comment on a video, you'd get that connection at the point of reading it. And then replying. Yeah. But where the fuck is AJ? I mean, you know, this is what they would say. Oh, it's so unloving.
to say you're going to do something and then not do it. You know, you said you were going to take people's questions and answer them in 6 months. And they've been waiting for you to answer the questions that you said you were going to answer. Now you said you were going to do it. And it hasn't been 6 months, has it? It's been over a year. It's been over a year since you said you were going to reply to these questions. And then a month ago, more than a month ago now, you said you were going to upload them in about a month. And you ain't done it yet. It's so unloving. Can't you see how unloving it is? I mean, that's the sort of shit they pile on to other people. It's my rant now. But you know I like AJ. I like AJ. I'm probably one of his biggest supporters. Well, I'm not, because I don't give him much money. I've given them a bit of money before, just to see if they'd answer my question. They just told me I was overcloaked with powerful spirits. Wonder why they... I know. Spirits who wanted power. I can't remember the wording now. Well, if they... Spirits who want power, they'd come to the wrong block. Because, you know... Well, I ain't got any power. The power I've got is the belief that I've got God backing me. How many people believe that? Lots. I pray the children. Was that Johnny Cash song? And I pray for the children who died believing God was on their side. Yeah. Yep. See, I am an artist. My art is philosophy. I see philosophy as truth, basically. I was saying to my son, maths is truth. And if you think about it, maths is a good way if you want to detect truth, right? So if I say to you, 7 times 4 is 26. Feel. 7 times 4 is 28. Feel. Truth. Oh yeah, my mate, he sent me yesterday, he sent me this other link again about flat earth. And I had a quick look at what he'd sent me. What did I pick up on? Oh yeah, some YouTuber, Richard from Boston, I think, saying he could see stars through the moon. Hello? Can you see stars through the moon? I don't think so. Well, no, the moon's only 4.7 miles high in the sky and it's transparent. It's just a hologram. And, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Well, I feel like I have to suffer idioticness. So actually, what I think they're doing with flat earth is they're, you know, seeing how many people they can get to fall for it, because you're fucking fluoride to fuck, you don't know what you're fucking thinking. And then they'll turn around and say, see, all these conspiracy theories are just nonsense. That's the agenda I can see. Ah, look, my mouth is better. Anyone remember last week couldn't open my mouth properly? Thank you, God, you healed it. Oh yeah, it's one of the things I wanted to say, which is, I'm pretty sure this is a truth. Okay, I'm not fully 100% yet, but none of you fuckers are going to believe me anyway. Your immune system is God. It's controlled by God. Well, it's not controlled by God. But it's God working. When your immune system's working, it's God. Because this is God's body. This physical body is God's. God is lending us the atoms in their current positions and the way they are. He's lending it to us for a vehicle to use. And so when you go to sleep and that, like the immune system and does all its healing and stuff, it's basically God doing it. So I had this thing in my mouth, I could feel the wisdom teeth moving, it was causing a lot of pain, and I was thinking, pain is just a resistance to the feeling. So it's like I had to receive the gift from God. It wasn't me fixing my body. God was saying, here, I can do it for you if you want to receive it, if you're able to receive it. So the immune system is God. Tune, I believe. So is you lately, naughty little E string. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of. Fuck you, I won't do what you told us. So, this might be the last video. The finale to The Faithful Philosopher. But I've said that before. But I mean it this time. I really mean it. I've put myself out there. I've opened up, and it's frustrating. People just don't believe me. It's really fucking frustrating. And I truly believe people are going to kick themselves one day and they're going to say, fuck me. I was speaking to the Christ. I had a chance to say something, to ask or whatever. But you didn't believe me. Probably judged me on my appearance and the professionality of my videos, and you just couldn't handle the truth. I mean, that is what it boils down to. It boils down to people cannot handle the truth. Which is obviously God's plan. You get what you need when you're ready for it. And I just have to accept that a lot of people aren't ready for this truth yet. So now I'm pretty much now 100% sure about my theory about the mood of the soul. The 2-day, 2-month, 2-year mood swings. And another thing that pisses me off is like, recently I made quite a lot of videos about women being the boss and everything like that. Now, I actually thought that maybe I'd get more females looking at my videos. And before I did that, it was about a third. 2/3 men, 1/3 women. After these videos that I've made, it's gone down. It's now like about 1/4 women and 3/4 men. How they know that, I'm not even sure if that's accurate or not, but you know, and maybe I bet like loads of people just think, oh, he's only saying that because he wants to get a bird. And it's not at all. Not at all. I tell you, there's nothing, you know, apart from a smoke and a cup of tea or whatever, there's really very little I want out of the world. Like earthly things. There really is nothing. I don't want a fancy car, I don't want a fancy house. I don't want £5 million in the bank. Because if I did have £5 million in the bank, I'd just buy land. And I'd just get a teepee and live on the land. That's all I'd want to do. Have some friends come and visit and sit in a teepee. Observe nature. I love observing nature. Oh, things are so messed up. What about Bitcoin? $11,000 for a Bitcoin. Oh my days! I mean, I heard about Bitcoin when they were like 100 quid or something, cliff high. And so if I had bought a couple then, you know, well, I'd be rich now. But do you reckon? Do you reckon you could just sell them? You'd have to have someone who'd buy it off you, wouldn't you? And always with these stock share things, there's always a buying price and a selling price, and it should be the same, shouldn't it? But no, I wouldn't want to be stuck with them. They could go flat in one day. Wonder if that'd be the thing, that 1 hour. Within 1 hour. Like that. I did read a bit of the Revelations in between the last video I made. And it does seem like we're at the time now where the Antichrist is being revealed. So we're on like Revelation, I can't remember the chapter numbers. But there will be that bit where there'll be a war. There'll be a war in heaven. I think the war's already been in heaven. In the skies. And the rider faithful and true on his white horse. And I thought that might be me. And it might be. But I think I've already done. I've already saved your souls. Not me, it's not me, it's God. It's God's plan, right? But I am your Christ. When you're gonna get that into your head? Well, it looks like I'm alone. I'm just gonna shut the laptop. I don't want to see. I'm just gonna forget that camera's on me. Someone's saying, he's had a bad day. I'm not having a bad day. I'm not, I'm fine. I'm fine, alright? I'm fucking fine, fuck off! Fucking advert, fucking every single video I've done. Not every single one, but most of them. You're not allowed to say the word gender. It's like, what the just have to request a review for everything. They say, oh, it's got to have at least 1,000 views before we'll request a review. Just like, fuck off! Don't want people telling me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. That's a song, isn't it? I don't know how it goes. Where have I gone? How about that? I don't wanna dance with you, baby, no more. I've had this sneaky little suspicion about Google that it's God's helpers running it. Or they have some sort of hand in it. I don't know. What do you feel about that? Because, you know, unlike Facebook and, you know, the people who work at the top of Google, they're very, you know, they're not really trying to come out and sort of say anything, not really getting involved. I mean, they do adverts, but that's maybe just to keep it going. They give us all this free hard drive space. I mean, that, you know, a little while ago, hard drive space was just like, you know, gold dust. And then Google started doing this thing, didn't they? At the bottom, they're showing how much data they had available. You know, and they give us all this free hard drive space. I mean, you can upload 3-4 hour long videos in HD, and they've got all the space for it. Oh yeah, last week I did my live YouTube thing, nearly 2 hours, all on 4G. I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi thing on. Is that going to cost me? Better not. I bet, you know, it's data usage, isn't it? It's not like upload or download. Well, if they do try and charge me, I will complain. Where's that song? And I love found something blue, and I don't know where it goes. And the serving line I sit in mind, I love about you. I think I've played that song before. I can't remember. Goodbye, yellow brick road. Goodbye. Boom, 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 boom. I said you gotta go. Oh, you better go now. Go now, go now. Ooh, before you see me cry. I can hear someone, one of my neighbours. Good thing about this house, you can shout, they can't hear you. Apart from out the front window and out the back window, then they can hear you. And if you're in the bathroom, they can hear you. But if you slam a door or bang your feet on the ground, everybody can hear you. They can probably hear this. Well, if you're listening to this while you're doing your ironing, it's really gonna get on your nerves. I've only got one rhythm, it's this. Everyone's got their rhythm. Anyone plays guitar or drums, any rhythm instrument, everyone's got their own little rhythm. And the only way you can change it is by doing different things. Obviously feeling something. Is anyone else feeling like this today? Is it something they put in the chemtrails? Is it something they put in the chemtrails? Is it something like that? Does anyone know Kevin Costner is James Stewart's son? I've been finding out watching older films, and he's so like a kind of family resemblance between this actor from the 1960s and this actor from the mid-80s. You know, obviously I'd seen the films in the mid-80s first, so I got to know those faces. And then you see someone, hey, guy, yeah. Bet he's his kid. No wonder he got that job. Meritocracy, load of fucking bollocks. People look after their own. Blood is thicker than water. Everyone looks after their own. Apart from the fuck-ups, who just have to fuck up, don't they? But we're all, I tell you what, this is the thing about my latest video, and it should make me like people more, but it's just making me dislike their facades more. But we're all well trained. God has prepared us. We've done it ourselves, so God put us into the life of, let's just say, a tree. This early on, right? Ages ago, millions of years ago, perhaps even billions. Oh no, there's probably levels of this that I haven't got onto yet. So just keep it basic, right? So you were a seed, and then you grew into a tree, right? So your soul learnt to execute the instructions in the DNA. Right? So this could have been like lesson 1, right? So you would have been a tree this whole time. You're like, but you would never have lost your connection to God while you were being that tree. You would have been aware. You were aware that you had this life. You had roots and branches, and you learnt to execute the DNA so that you made buds and fruited and, you know, dropped your leaves in autumn or whatever the instructions were. And you did your best, you know, you grew as high as you could and everything, right? So all that time that you were a tree, you were aware. But you never lost your connection to God like you do when you are now a human. Because as a human, you were born into a fallible world, a wrong world, a world without truth. So you cried when you felt this emotion, and then somebody said, "Stop crying." And it wasn't as if they were like, "Stop crying, I'm going to kick your head in." First of all, they'd be like, "Please stop crying. You know, I can't take it, baby keeps crying, please stop crying." That's emotional blackmail upon the baby to stop crying. So that is in complete opposition with what God would be encouraging. God would say, "Yeah, just feel the rest of the emotion." But there was too many emotions out there for any one baby to take, because it's all the society's problems. You know, the mum wants them to stop crying because she thinks the neighbours can hear, even though they probably can't. She just thinks they can because, you know, people are like that. People are still like that. I know people like that. Shush, the neighbours. Can you hear them talking, can you? No, they're probably walking around really quietly. What the fuck? Sorry, Ella. I need to knock you off the wall. Or maybe I did. Maybe I bloody did. I don't have to worry about my family watching this because they don't. My sister-in-law decided to cancel Christmas Eve, and we're half Norwegian. We always do Christmas on Christmas Eve. Someone dresses as Santa, come around, give some presents, right? My mum makes that special meal on Christmas Eve. You know, it's all about Christmas Eve. So suddenly she decided, "Oh, we don't want to come up for Christmas Eve, because I want the kids to have an early night." Right, okay. She just wants a fucking argument. She wants a big bust-up. So she can say to her brother, say to my brother, "See, they're all a waste of time, just don't bother with them." So things like this piss me off. Piss me off. It's God. In the end, I realised, I must be pissed off with God. And God gave me a little. God likes truth. Gotta get to the truth. So, yeah. God, okay, I am confused, pissed off. Like, why is it so difficult for people to get the truth? Put it in the pages of a book, and they'll believe it. This is all the thing about, it does say in the Bible, fucking hell, using the Bible, come with the authority of the father and mother, and no one will accept it. Yet, come in the authority of another man, like got his name written on a book, and they'll accept it. So, yeah, so I suppose I should be directing it at God and saying, why God? Just asking why and getting the answer. Perhaps I would have done if I'd come home and just sat and contemplated and thought for a bit and then did the video at 6 o'clock. But I just couldn't wait. I want to get this shit out. I want to get it out. Like I say, this is my last. I'm going. You ain't gonna see my face anymore. Until every single nearly one of my videos has 1,000 views. Then I'll come back. Not until then. I might make a new channel just, and I might just make a couple of appendix videos if AJ says something really crazy. And otherwise I might think of some obscure name to have a video channel and not show my face, just have pictures instead. I mean, people must be sick of the sight of my fucking face anyway. Oh, yes, we are. I can't help giving people advice. Not always a good idea. Like if you see someone doing something, and then you can see an opportunity how they could improve it. Well, I can't help telling them, right? But why? It never works. It never. Far more likely to be rejected like that. And there is something to be said, you know, when you're looking at other people's problems, you've probably got problems that you should be dealing with yourself. And the fact that, but it's not that I was going out looking for someone's problems, it's just something that I was watching and I noticed. No, I will want to stay on, because I have gained so much from connecting with people. I've learnt a lot. Yeah, you can just connect with people, but it's nice to be able to connect with people from anywhere in the world. But then people on YouTube are all well, not all a certain type, but you're not getting. It's not like you're getting a mix of everyone. Maybe you are. La-di-da-di-da. Like I say, I'm just going to leave this on. So and even when I'm saying goodbye, I'm wondering, you know, am I just doing this so that people go, oh, don't go? That's not my style. I don't really do that. It's never been my thing. I've always been the sort of person, I'll put up with you, and then I just won't. I won't necessarily say anything. I think a lot of us do that. You can feel it. And you do feel it, you just might not be aware that you are. The feelings all seep through eventually. The feeling's like putting water into the bath. Oh, I've got the feeling. Okay, I realise I've got the feeling. Turn the taps off now. And maybe when you don't get the feeling, the taps just keep running. And then the water starts to come out the bath, over the floor. And then it starts to seep through the ceiling. It's dripping down on you. Drip, 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 drip. Oh! Got it. Turn the taps off now. That's quite a good analogy. This is beating me off. For me, for no more than think I love me, Allah. Si for matala. Noisy, aren't I? I've always been noisy. My son is noisy. My dad was very noisy. And his dad before him was also noisy. We're a noisy bunch. Hartley's easy. Hartley. 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 J.R. Hartley. Ooh. Do you know what this is? This is the sort of bullshit you fall for when you're at a festival. Put it in your hand. Wow, I think I feel something. It is quite nice to just balance on your head. And then, like my mum said, it's probably quite nice to balance anything on your head. It's supposed to take away all like the electric static crap from laptops and Wi-Fi. Maybe that's it, because I haven't turned my Wi-Fi router off for about 4 days now. While my son's here, I didn't turn it off. Wonder. Power of belief is a big thing. But then, you know, you got to experiment in the end. You'll know the truth of it in the end.
I think it's probably trying to do the Monday Night Lives which has got to me. It's sort of like, after I've done it, quite often I suddenly think of videos I want to do, or I get something else something new comes to mind, I want to share it. And then as it gets close to the Monday, I think, well, doing the Monday Night Live, probably good to save something to talk about. So it's just annoying, really. And then when people have made comments, there's nothing wrong with making comments, but it probably just interrupts what I was saying anyway. Well, it depends what person's intentions are. And I think I've had a couple of people here who, one, have wanted to block me, two, have wanted to just derail me slightly. So, that's no fun. Where's the fun in that? And okay, you could say, well, you shouldn't go around calling yourself Christ then, but I wouldn't make something up just to try and get views. I'm quite happy being average. I could probably almost be happy being last. You can't get any worse in that sense, can you? You can't drop any further if you're last. So, being last isn't actually that bad. Being first is probably the most difficult, because there's only one direction you can go. Can't be any more first. If you're first, you're first. The first will be last and the last will be first. And that's how I got, mainly, a lot of these wicked spirits to turn round. I mean, Lucifer was an old mate when I was Enoch. Me and him were best buddies. So he was, I guess I had a bit of leverage with him. But the other spirits, I found all these dormant ones, they're just shut down. Just shut down. What's the point? But the last will be first, and first will be that was a motivation, and it's true as well, because if you've been down there, if you've been down in negative land for a long time, you'll have been learning something. It won't all have been a waste. And you'll have been learning something that people who haven't been in negative land for a long time just won't know. So as they start to use the love and progress, they will really, really sky high. So just remember, right, so when we were animals, when we were in that phase, so we've been trees and we're animals, right? So when you're an animal, you've got a spirit body. So when you sleep, you dream. But when you die, when you die, you go back to God. And it would be like, whatever the feeling in the soul was, would it need rest? Did it feel there was something unfinished? Did it not achieve its objective? Go again. Rest, have rest. Okay, wait till the next stage, But the difference with humans is that when we die, we continue in the spirit world in our spirit body. That's the way it's set up, But partly because God knew that there would be unresolved issues that needed sorting out. You couldn't just go back into another body and do it again. Unlike when you were an animal, because when you were an animal, you didn't have this conscious awareness, so you couldn't really do any wrong. You just had to experience certain things. So God might have wanted this, this particular soul here. I really need this soul to be able to
to say be the top dog, you know. So be in a herd of elephants, a male elephant is really gonna have to get this thing where he has the confidence to just win and keep winning, and that's how a male elephant will be the one takes care of the women and makes them all pregnant. And you know, I'm sure we've all experienced that, all males, and we will have experienced probably at least once all possible facets of what there is to experience in the animal world. All skills and stuff that are going to be needed. So you've experienced it. So if then, you know, in life you find yourself in a certain position, you have some remaining knowledge. Like, you're not aware of it even. It's just there. And then people say, you know, oh yeah, you got a talent for that, or something. I suppose with music, someone would have a talent for music. Well, yeah, because birds are musical, in a sense, aren't they? Different pitch and stuff like that. So, anyway, it's all far too complicated to explain. It's just that for every individual, they would have experienced this. You know, I'm starting to see we aren't the new things I thought we were. But we are new to human life. It's really actually... Forgot the words. Know that it would be untrue. You know that it would be untrue. You know that it would be a lie if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, love my know that it would be untrue. Know that it would be. No, yeah, I do. No, you know. Know that it would be untrue. You know that it would be a lie if I was to say to you, no, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Yeah. Try to set the night on fire. Time to hesitate is through. Time to wallow in the mire. Trying we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire, yeah. Try to set the night on fire. Shut up, fuck off. I don't want to be unloving, because I know that's the first thing you're ever going to learn from God. Receive love, respond with love. And then as you progress, that turns into receive whatever's coming and respond with love. Sounds like a doorbell. Cheeky fall, cheeky fall, cheeky fall, cheeky
sometimes. And everybody cries sometimes. But let yourself go. Oh, let yourself go. Gotta let yourself go. Sometimes, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Everybody smiles inside sometimes, and everybody laughs out loud sometimes. Let yourself go. Gotta let yourself go. Oh, gotta let yourself go. Sometimes. Oh, oh, oh. Sometimes. Some might say I don't believe in fairy tales. Go and tell it to the man who lives in hell. Some might say you get what you've been given. If you don't get yours, I won't get mine as well. Some might say we will find a brighter day. Slip inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find a better place to play? 'Cause you said that you'd never be. All the things that you've seen slowly fade away. So I started a revolution from my bed. 'Cause you said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside 'cause summertime's in bloom. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. 'Cause you ain't never gonna burn my heart out. So Sally can wait. She's left it too late as we're walking on by. My soul's like
second verse.
Men and people will fight you down when you see the light. Let me tell you now, if you're not wrong, then why? Everything is alright. Say we're gonna walk alright to the road of creation with a generation. I knew there was a reason I was listening to John St. Julian. I knew there was something in what he was saying. I knew it would help me. Otherwise, why did I bother keep listening? I mean, and yeah, but dry fasting. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna. I'm gonna give it a go. I like. Now that might turn a lot of people on and go, why would you want to do that? I've done 3 days without food before, and I found it really interesting and invigorating. It was great. So it wasn't boring. And I tell you what, fasting is not boring. Me personally, I wouldn't want to fast and have to do anything else. If I'm fasting, I'm fasting. And when I do this dry fast, I might do start tomorrow. Just do a day first, it was like, right? I'm going to be feeling a lot. There's going to be a lot to do. I've already sensed that. Like, for me, like, every time I have a spliff, I make a cup of tea or something, you know, it's just habit. I think I drinked, you know, more liquid than I need, and I'm looking forward to this. So, thank you, John St. Julian. Thank you very much, brah. I mean, he's a guy, there's something he gets, right? He's got something. You can't deny that. But he still goes for books, for information. His source is books, mainly. Eastern religions and shit. I mean, it was going to the right stuff. But then, through meditation the other day, I had this girl, and she was just... I wanted to connect with her, but it was just sexual. It was just like, all she thought was that, you know, you just get naked and you have sex with people in the mind, and that's the thrill she gets. And like, calmed her down a bit, and then certainly I felt like this connection to the right. And like women up to the right and a little bit up. And it's brilliant. 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 Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Some people think a great God will come from the sky, take away everything, make everybody feel high. But if you knew what life is worth, you will look for yours on earth. So now you see the light. Stand up for your rights, yeah. Get up, stand up. Stand
fight. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. Well, I know what you don't know, what life is really worth. In this world where we're living so cold, half the story has never been told. So now you see the light. Stand up for your right. Yeah, get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Sick and tired of the geezers kissing game, dying and going to heaven in a Jesus name, Lord. We know when we understand, Almighty God is a living man. Well, you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now you see the light. Stand up for your rights, yeah. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Yeah. Right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that larky. I'm hot. I'm hot, baby, I'm hot. Oh yeah. If you're warm, you're more welcoming, and people will more likely want to be with you and want to be friends with you. So you must be warm. Yes, like me. See how warm I am. I'm so warm. You must like me, because I'm hot. Hot like Tasmanian devil. Ah! I'm freezing cold. I'm such a cold person. Don't come near me. Go away. Go away. Go, just go. Oh. Oh. Fuck off! Fuck off! Just fuck off! Go away! Fuck off! Yes, I'd like to say after over 6 years on YouTube, I'd like to say to all those people I've connected with, alright, and all the people who've commented on my channel, alright, and we've all met before. You and me, we were once beavers. Yeah, I was your uncle. Yeah. And you and me, we were brothers. We were both frogs once. And you once were my auntie. When we were deer. And once you were my cousin when we were pine trees. Wow! I'm ready! Oh, that's so wonderful! I'm ready! Oh, wow! Yes, I'm extremely posh. Yes, I got money coming out of every orifice. My family have been extremely wealthy for at least 16 generations. Yes, one of my great-grandfathers, in fact, he found the Holy Grail. He sold it for a damn good price to the Chinese. And we have states going through 4 counties in the country, all connected. In fact, we recently developed a hologram, so people don't even notice it's there. All very high tech. It is. Yeah, I'm from London, mate. Oh, yeah. I'm a Londoner, so I can still get a high-powered job and speak like a bloody flea merchant. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can still get on the radio. Still just about these days. They've made it a bit stricter. Sometimes you got to sign your T's now and then. Bloody hell. But back when Blair was Prime Minister, he was all rage. Talk like a right tramp, and yet you were like the most powerful person in the country. Yeah. We all spare like the Queen. Then we maybe all would get along. Just speak properly. Put effort into every word. Take a note from the Africans. The Africans speaking English speak impeccably. They sound every syllable and they really have enthusiasm for our language. Really, we should all take a note from those. And I'll just speak how I normally speak. But I do agree with that last sentiment, that to put effort into every single syllable and pronounce your words correctly, especially if speaking on something of some importance, and to a large crowd, say, you need to be heard at the back of the room. You need to learn to project your voice over there yonder so those people at the back can hear every word. This is something that I think is lacking in today's society. I go to my child's assembly and I can hardly hear a word they say. Quite right. And my father's generation would look at me and have plenty to complain about. My generation, mostly me, but I think we quite sensibly haven't worked hard. I mean, this is the way I see my parents' generation. They had instructions for everything. For everything. There was an instruction. How to use it. And not just a stupid instruction, not just, like all the over-the-top health and safety bullshit instructions we get today. I'm talking you properly learnt how to use something. It was complicated. It took a while to learn. But there were the instructions, and there was instructions for everything. So that was their generation. Now, if you had carried on like that in my generation, well, you would have ended up in a ditch. The instructions in the end just, hopeless. So we had to go against the instructions. We had to, do it without instructions. Learn without instructions. So that's what our generation did. So we didn't want to, work our asses into the bone for something that, would have been fruitless to do anyway. Oh, yeah.
the last one. I'm not doing this anymore. It's just stupid. Stupidity. But good if I can get my last few impressions out. Do you know the book I refer to the most? What's that? It's only a little one, but it's got most of the words in it. Very useful. It's very useful to know. Like, because quite often words will come into my head. And now and again I'm not quite sure of the meaning. Like someone the other day, I said to them, I abide that. You know. And obviously that was wrong. And what I meant to say, I can't abide that. I can't abide when they do these things. That's what I meant to say. That's what came out. I don't know where it came from. But I forgot the can't. Because I forgot the meaning of abide. I haven't seen that song. But I kind of knew that I hadn't got it quite right. So you see, there's the truth sensor. You censor the truth. Oh, I haven't got that quite right. Let's see if I've had any comments in, eh? Twin flame unconditional love. Morning, just here showing some love, love, love. And then she said, guitar is my favourite. Ah, thanks. Three Little Birds, Marley song request. If you sing any more today, I enjoyed the singing and guitaring. That's from Peter Chorayo. I like you, Peter. I've been thinking about you lately. You know, your art is brilliant. What did I think? Oh yeah, I was thinking about you when I was thinking we're all at, you know, we've all been every animal. And there you are painting them. And I was going to ask you if you might show us one of your, if you've got anything like finished masterpiece. Show us. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your Mona Lisa. I did Three Little Birds last week, I think. I did one of my Monday nights lives. I did the chords too difficult? Three Little Birds. Woke up this morning, smile with the rising sun, and three little birds beside my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melodies pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. Baby, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. There you go. Baby, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing, Lord, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. It just repeats, doesn't it? Yeah, it's the thing. So, because I'm used to doing videos, you know, I've done long videos before with, you know, not live. It's always been not live. So even just from reading those two comments, you know, that now I feel this sort of pressure, but you know, to think of you and, you know, to consider you
in my video, which, to be perfectly honest, is only gonna rumble what I may have done, in a sense. So, yeah. But for like Twin Flame Unconditional Love, Adriana, I think her name was Adriana. You know, she's doing card reading. It's perfect, perfect for it. I noticed Cliff High has done a live one. Not many of the big YouTubers have done the lives. And it would just get too crowded, wouldn't it? I saw Emerald Dreamer. He had like 200 at one time. Like, I'm sure I saw it once where it was going up over 200, and then it just doesn't work. It just breaks. Takes two, baby, just me and you. Twin Flame Unconditional Love. If you're listening still, there some sort of connection we made. Nothing dodgy, but it was something new. It was something new. I'd say it was like a wedding, right? Not nothing like, but it was. Yeah. Interesting when something new happens in the meditation world. It's a whole nother sort of a whole nother like place to think about. It's an extension of what I had before. Yep. So I really do think that and I've said this before, and I probably feel different, but it's possible, really is possible, that I make one or more video on this channel, and just to finish off any AJ stuff. But yeah, I changed my name briefly to Faithful and True. I suppose, yeah, I don't know, you know, what it takes to get out beyond, you know, why have I got to have 1,000, you know, I don't know. I'm thinking of going down the speaker's corner. Stand on the soapbox there. So you might see me doing that. Otherwise, I'm going to start a new obscure channel. I'm not going to show my face. I feel like I'm doing it. Am I doing it to protest? It is. I'm just, you know, I've put out a lot of truth. And if it is being taken on, I'm not getting much feedback. No one said, "Oh, you said this, and it made so much sense," and now usually the discussion just comes down to, you know, just crap stuff. And you end up sort of sagged down in this discussion point where you really should be discussing this, and this has to get discussed, and it just doesn't get beyond that. Like superficial stuff. You know, before anyone's going to believe anything, like, and I said, just try. You don't have to, like, change your beliefs forever. You can take on something new and you can just run with it for a couple of days. In a couple of minutes. But that's the thing about truth. Truth hits you. Boom. And you're either going to go with it or you're going to run away from it. And from what I've seen, just everybody runs away. That's the feedback I've got. Run away! Run away from the crazy man. He must be some crazy dude. How does he get a job with... Well, it's not easy. I've worked for myself. Sometimes a new customer or customer I haven't seen in years will open the door and I just see it in their face like... After a couple of minutes they're alright. But yeah. It's not going to be easy getting a job. And he walked out to me and he asked me to dance and I said, "Dun, dun, 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 my Coca-Cola." She's got plastic pants and girls. Ooh, he's a plastic man. He's got plastic furs and plastic on his toes. Ooh, he's a plastic man. So like, unconditional twin love and like, you know, anyone I've had a meditation connection with, you know, that will stay, you know. I'm bound not to stop, aren't I? It's just bullshit. No, I'm going to stop. It's just not bullshit. I don't know. God. What are we doing, God? The theory I've come up with most lately, the thing about us, we've been experiencing life as animals and stuff for a while, and this is either your first or second life as a human. And I thought about it, so I thought, well, you know, first of all I thought, well, are there still some people being animals? And the answer to that was no, it's not that. Especially not now. And I thought, what about the beginning, when there were only a couple of humans, or only a few hundred, or only a few thousand? Were there places in the world where people were still being animals then? No. That stage was over and done with. Then God moved on to the next stage, which involved some preparation on the earth first. God's helpers made the pyramids, and the pyramids in South America and in Africa, to have some enigma on the world, so that, you know, us humans with our brains, we would have to think about this, and it would perhaps open our minds to other possibilities. And so I think while God made the first couple of humans, the first few humans, God would have really been wanting to pay close attention. Now remember, it's not just this planet Earth in the universe, there's 6 others God would have been doing all at the same time. And then, you know, God's seeing how we work as humans and how things are panning out, right? So God's, yeah, got it right, okay. Start letting more humans come onto the planet now. God's keeping an eye on all 7 of these Earths in the universe. In God's universe. And then, you know, now we get into billions on the planet. God is quite secure in how we act as humans, how that works, and yeah. God's got the plan. Better than anything we could come up with. And pay close attention, because we're going to have to do it one day. We are God's children. So we are mini gods. But yes. We ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Get some lights on. Baby, reach out. Reach out. Reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to love and comfort you. Come on, turn on. Turn on. I'm doing a video. Come on, you turn on. Oh, don't then. Hello. I've plugged it now. Come on. Go on. You're good at it. Go on. Come on. Oh. I feel like Basil Fawlty in his car that way to start. Other things come out. Ugh. Betty, the cat's got a popsy in my belly. Oh, Frank, why can't you just be normal, like my mother says? Oh, Betty, but I've got a little bit whoopsie in my pensive. Come on. Come on. Oh. Go on. Yes. Ah. When your feet send down to the reach out, reach out, reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to love and comfort you. When your feet down and sound so long. Bum 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 ba dum bum. I feel free bum bum ba dum bum. I feel free bum bum ba dum bum. I feel free. Ooh. I feel free. I feel free, bum ba dum bum. That's what I think was his YouTube. It's made me not feel free. You know, I only put ads on just to see if that would oomph, you know, get more people, you know, if YouTube's putting your videos out, whatever. When I walk down the street, there's no one there, and the sound doesn't deafen his smile. When I walk down the street, there's no one there, I wanna cry out loud. Love. I think I might pack it in. I think I've said everything. Said everything I needed to say. Said too much. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Oh, I'll tell you what God's favourite film is. So this started with that, didn't it? This live. That was your homework. No one got it. Has anyone got it? Nope. So God's favourite film is Gone with the Wind. Watch it. It's your favourite film, isn't it? That's what you told me, God. Yeah. Feel it. I can feel it burning in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I can feel it burning in the air tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. And if you watch that film, Gone with the Wind, you will love it. You will cry. I think you might laugh. And you'll experience some other emotions. And just make the proviso here, God, like, it's not really God's thing to watch films, right, obviously. But if God had a favourite film, it would be Gone with the Wind. And you can see why God likes it. You can definitely see that, why. It's a very, 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 very good film. It's in colour. Full, lovely Technicolor. So, goodbye. Faithful Philosopher is signing out. Signing out. Spent a lot of fucking time making these videos. It's not like I've been doing them selflessly or anything. And neither have I been doing them selfishly. We'll bear both, give and take. It's a question of balance. Da da da. Da da da. Do 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 dum. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Yep. Check with God. That's it. Au revoir.